I also like local sports talk.
Who doesn't?
Okay. I grew up in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a place that has a lot of local sports talk. You know, I think it's like a super sports tiny thing to have the local sports talk. There's still places that it exists. Obviously, everybody thinks those days are old, and the talking heads that literally just yell into microphones for hours at a time for radio are days of the past. It's like, no, there's still a very loyal listener to sports radio, but also there is local sports talk that still is given the pulse of the fans. They're still giving the opinions of the fans. They're still asking the questions that need to be asked. And we have a Hall of Fame moment fresh out of Cleveland by Tony Rizzo, who's about sick and tired of Myles Garrett taking $40 million a year and then complaining about the state of the Browns.
I don't feel sorry for Myles Garrett.
I don't
Stop
either.
with this crap. He's not a leader. He's a hired gun here for money. And he wanted to leave your city and your team. End of story. Am I wrong?
No, Riz, you're exactly
What goes through
right.
your mind? What goes through your mind? I don't know. Every Friday when the direct deposit goes into my checking account, that's what goes through my mind.
If he's gonna talk like this, Riz,
the ass kissing of this guy is insane. Boy, are you getting the Tony Rizzo show today?
Yes!
You want Tony Rizzo today?
Yeah!
You're getting Tony Rizzo. As if you were at my house.
Riz, if Myles Garrett wanted out so bad, he should have stood. He should have
Yeah.
stood by his
Right.
demand and forced his way out.
What goes
Enough.
through your mind? What goes through your mind? What? What are you talking about? Myles Garrett was a no-show yesterday. He never plays well against the Steelers.
Sports
Rarely.
radio.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Standing ovation. Not that
Myles, where the hell were you yesterday? That's my question.
Big pop late.
Oh, what goes through your mind when their ears are pinned back and everybody's getting a bunch of sacks? I don't give a crap how many sacks Myles Garrett has. I'm not here for Myles Garrett. I want to win.
That's all Tony Rizzo wants to do. I'll tell you what, we all won because we got a chance to hear that. Love the laugh track and a standing ovation to himself. I don't know who's controlling that, the bald-headed guy asking the questions to Tony Rizzo. We'd like to say massive respect to what you guys do, and we appreciate your fanhood and your passion. But that is a real sentiment, I assume, amongst Ohio people and Cleveland Browns fans about their leadership. Very similar to what was going on with Miami with Tua. Anytime you're losing and the people that are making the most amount of money are talking about stuff at the top, it's like you are the top is what fans feel like, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, you're never like if you want to get a sense of how the fans, how people feel about their team, go to the local people, whether it's college, pros, whatever. They're in there day in, day out, talking about their specific team, interviewing players. I'm sure Rizzo is not the only one in Ohio that feels this way. Now we know you lose, everybody can get it. You know, when you lose, and it's going to come for the guys that make the most money at first. And Myles Garrett understands that. I doubt this. I'm sure Myles Garrett's heard things like this in the past, and he's used to it being in Cleveland, but. You win games, you're going to quiet a lot of this stuff down.
I don't know. Tony Rizzo might see himself in that graveyard for Halloween up there at Myles Garrett. Which I heard is getting actual marble this year with the new upgrade of the contract.
That makes sense.
Actual marble grave sites in his front yard of all the quarterbacks and Tony Rizzo potentially that he does every Halloween. You hear Tony Rizzo go like that. You've obviously been a coach for a long time. You've been in a lot of markets that sports talk matters. How much does that affect coaches? Because I think at this stage, players, Tony Rizzo just pops up as a TikTok, and then they probably just scroll right by it. This guy's crazy. Scroll right by it. But there was a time where sports talk, local sports talk, really mattered to teams, ownership, and everything they had going on.
Oh, yeah, I had fired BruceArians.com in a couple cities. But
you knew of it too, yeah? Your whole family did?
I say my wife and kids do. I ain't paying attention, but you can't listen to that stuff. But I think, but it's great. The cities like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, they have a fervor of a fan base, and those guys, they love it. They're there every day. It means so much to them.
They're doing bigger numbers than a lot of these podcasts out here. They think they're national podcasts.
No doubt.
You know, in these cities. And I grew up in Pittsburgh, which is a sports talk place and a lot of shit talk place and everything like that. And so I didn't really know the New York sports talking head market, which I guess they all feel like they created and birthed and everything like that with Mike and the Mad Dog. That whole thing is, I didn't know of them when I was growing up. Until back after this, started posting all the clips of this guy, and I'm like, wow, I wish I knew this guy existed my entire life. This would have been incredible. Good sports talk is hard to beat. It is legitimately hard to beat. Like Tony Rizzo right there, feed me that times 10. but also I would like some other stuff in my life. Rizzo's living it and potentially dying it, and we need him to take care of himself, Rizzo.
Well, and that's the big thing. Like, a guy like him, like, he has carte blanche to say whatever he wants. That guy is following the Browns day in, day out, and probably has been for, like, the last 30 years. Like, he's killing himself. You subject yourself, and he has to care. He's talking about that
the Browns.
6 months out of his year, every single year for the last 30 years. And
the Browns.
That's going to happen every once in a while. You're going to wake up and just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I hate all these guys. I hate this team. I hate this. I almost hate this city because of it. So I'm going to let everybody have it. I think
it's their love of the city. It's Tony Rizzo's love of the city that drives him every single day, and we appreciate that from Paisan. I assume Tony Rizzo, and many like him around the city, not in a lot of cities, but many people around different cities, they hate us. We're the national people that say something. Tony Rizzo. And you got this Thai shit guy. What's his name? The local people talking about the national people. The best in the world. Shout out to the local folks. We appreciate you. Shout out to sports being so damn magical.